Hi, everybody. It's Diane here with the Altered Dog Book. And I had this brainy idea, well, half a brainy idea, that involves a pocket. And I don't have any pockets in here aside from those. And I think a full, like a whole page size. Well, okay, there's 2 pages right there that aren't done. I could just glue. All right, why not? All right, I'll do that on my own. I'm going to glue this, make it a pocket, maybe punch a little, thumb hole there. Okay, so what's it going to hold, Diane? Well, for some reason, I was thinking of these larger images on this old calendar. What if I just cut out, no, I don't think this one, but like this, mounted it to file folder, probably some kind of cardstock, and made them like, cards, like journaling cards. My only hitch is, maybe, if it's like a journaling card, or what are you going to put on the back of it? I don't know, because this isn't that type of journal. I'm not going to be writing anything, maybe. So I don't know. Think about that. Would you? My first thought was to come up, oh, that'd be kind of cute. Come up with a quote. But I've done that before. I have a hang up with quotes. They're usually kind of long-winded. I usually don't agree with them. So if quotes are out, I kind of think that means writing is out. So you just, you kind of decorate it, make it just look pretty instead of just a plain file folder backing. I don't know, but I think you folks should, think about that. Oh gosh, that's a hard choice. And let me know. Oh, that's actually kind of big. That would be good too. All right, I'm going to find, not a ton. I don't want it to be super bulky. Maybe 3, which we have already 3 there. I'm going to find those. I'll make the cards. I'll have to come up with some decision about what to do with the backs, and then we can do that, okay? Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back with a pocket. That worked out fine. I just glued the edge. I'm back with these. They're glued to file folder. They're cute. They'll fit in here nicely. I still don't know what to do with the back. So we're just going to move on. I don't know. Let's cover this page. I'm going to get way too distracted. We'll see if that should be okay. This is off an old dust jacket that was horribly yellowed and in really bad, crumbly condition. Can you see? It was the complete dog book. So let's see if we can't do something cute with this. I have these, they're old stickers and they're old images on the stickers. Since we have a circular thing going, what if I put more? I did have that idea. These I've yet to figure out. And if you want, you want to help me, I don't want to bulk them up. I don't want to put anything bulky or have something open or a pocket. I don't want anything like that on there. Okay? Other than that, yeah, I was thinking, I don't think I want to paint because I don't want them to buckle, which, I could probably weight it down or whatever, but I don't want that problem. That's kind of smart looking. But I have a feeling these will get lost down there. Well, let's just grab one to see, get an idea. Oh, probably not because of the white. Okay. Okay. Well, there's part, as you can see, it doesn't fill the page. And I mainly bought this paper for the back, so it looks like book pages. Which I don't remember, you know, this obviously is a portion. I don't remember what I did with the rest of it. Did I use it as book pages? I don't remember. I don't know. Okay, well, that looks kind of icky. So we can either forget it or put that on the side maybe. I don't like the blue on this greenish. And that's probably right in the glare, isn't it? Oh. Is that better? I can't tell. Now it's right in the bar of the camera. There's more filming problems than you, Diane. I don't know. And who keeps saying, I don't know why I don't have a lot of subscribers. Yeah, we know. That's good. Okay, it's still too short, right? Yeah, right. All right. Well, okay, we don't need this anymore. Do we want this to show because it's got green on it? Yeah, I think so. Wow, she did something smart. Okay, we need a middle thing. Oh, you know, that could be really kind of anything. I don't think a lot's going to show. Leaks and pipes, that doesn't sound too good. That would be okay. Well, you know what you should do, Diane? Why don't you use a page from the book? Alright, it took her long enough to figure that out. Alright. I have been chopping this up over the years. And don't hate me. You know why I'm doing it? Because I have another copy that's, you know, just to keep for not chopping up purposes. Okay. Oh, Malamute's there. We had a Malamute next door to us when I was a kid. He was not the nicest dog. Okay. I mean, he never caused any trouble or anything, but you kind of didn't approach him if you didn't have to. It's big, too. I think he's a little bigger than they should be. Actually, it was funny. One time I came home and he was on the neighbor's, you know, in their front yard. And I go up my front steps to get in the door, and I just kind of glanced at the neighbors again, and he's not there. And I'm like, I didn't hear anyone let him in. And I turn around. He's right behind me, coming up the steps. I mean, he was just goofing around. He wasn't trying to do anything. So I said, go home. So he turned around and went home. Oh, dogs. Silly. Okay, well, actually, that's kind of cool. Well, I can't put these stickers down until you know, is glued down. So what we need, 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, obviously they can't be too big. Well, all right, let me pause because I've been on for 2 minutes with a 3-minute boring story. Oh, there's an, that makes sense. That could be a husky though. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's probably a husky. Anyway, I'll glue the background down and come right back. Okay, we're back here with Glare Central Station, I'm sure. And I cut through wet glue for you people. I was gonna, you know, I had hangage, so I was gonna trim it after the glue was dry, but I only got a few minutes here. We'd have to come back like tomorrow, so we decided to cut through the wet glue, which I generally do not do. All right, maybe that one. This one. Dogs wearing hats. Well, yeah, that's all I have left of this book. Okay. Well, I'm not real fond of this one, but I need one more. Okay, so pretend those are cut closer like this one, and they're in more on the label. Now what? It's okay. I'm also thinking of knocking down the text with gesso. I didn't really want to because it pertains to dogs, but I think it's a little busy for this stuff. I don't know. Well, you could alternate with a flower or something. You could get off the circle and do something straight, this as an example. Oh, that's not a bad idea. All right, is there something that would match this stuff? Okay, that's fine. I will wait to put that down though, depending on where those fall. Okay. Do we still want flowers around? And I think I was just going to say, do we want stickers? You know, something, you know, that has a glossy finish, but maybe scrapbook paper as like a nice alternative. Let's see. My flower box is always right here. Don't go anywhere without your flower box. Well, I'm sort of thinking I want, not necessarily the exact same thing in every one, but at least similar, because I think if you do something different in every one, it's going to start being way too busy. These will start disappearing. You know what I mean. No, that's too much detail there. I don't want you to really look at the flowers. You're supposed to be looking at the dogs, right? No. And of course this paper turned completely over. Thank you very much. Everything is in my way. Dan, how much junk do you have that we can't see? It's a lot, but it's organized junk. I use it, so that's not junk, right? Well, the small ones might be something. Well, let's take one and see what we think. Get back on there. Whoops. Well, I don't know where that crumb went. I'm not overly wild about the white. I didn't think of that. Did you think of that? Yeah, I don't know about that. Like on this side, these might be too small. We could alternate with these and those. These and those. This paper is really old. Going way back in my paper career. Okay, let's alternate. Well, do we want the same one or do we want different with that? That's a good question. I guess I would say the same since the flowers are going to be the same. You don't have to, because I know you all have the same paper and the same book and the same dust jacket and everything else. All right. Okay, you get the idea. There better be a third one right now. Oh, there is. Okay, I think this page will be done then when you come back. I still don't know what I'm going to do with those dog cards, we'll call them. So I'm going to think about that. What's on the back of this? Oh, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to think about it. If I can't come up with anything, probably overnight. I'll give it overnight. I may just put them in there as is. I'll think of something later. If I never think of anything, everyone can hate me. I don't know. Okay, I'll think about it. Come back. Okay, finished. I added washi tape up here. The red flowers I made off this circle. I actually started with it on, but it's tight here, and I think it looks better off anyway. If it was that much closer in, busier, squishier, get it? Okay, that's nice. And then these, 2:30 in the morning, I came up with an idea. Did you? Let me know. We have dog treat recipes on the back, okay? They're basically the same, but they are slightly different. I just wrote, I thought about printing it out. That's kind of a nicer look. But like this one, I was not going to piece and use geometry to get it to fit. I just wrote it out. I did a marker border. I intended to go in with black and outline it and make it look real, nice. But it's going to start taking away, I think, from the writing, which is what you want to be aware of. So you can do yours any way you want. You could paint it. You could paper it so it's not the file folder look. I didn't want to do that. You would have to trace or glue it and recut it. I didn't want to go to that much trouble, I admit it. And I will say, watch it. This is awfully weak. I didn't really think of that. If you're going to do something like this, stick with more of an image that doesn't have little appendages. Okay? Okay, well, we figured it out. Took some time, but it's kind of fun. Oh, and by the way, do you know if you give your dog peanut butter, do not have an ingredient called xylitol. It's bad for dogs. It's some kind of sweetener. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.